And in case we do finish, like, early, like the 2 hours, we might start Hesabeth's quest or story.
For an evening as simple yet complex as this.
20. All right, thank you very much. So stage 12, concern, concert, concerno, hissing snakes, crackling sparks, measuring tapes, a crow, and a glass fish tank. A mess, but full of life and sound. Two months before the storm. There's not much difference in the lab today. Even though the others have tried to tidy up the clutter, any attempt at organization are doomed to fail here. Elizabeth pushes the last stack of files to the corner of the table, then steps back to survey her work.
I'm ready. Remember to stay within the safe zone. The medical team is helping with the evacuation, so we need to be extra careful this time. Miss, are you sure I should be
Oh yeah,
fine?
Kuparina.
I've mastered my abuse skill. I'll be able to protect myself. No, no, no. Look at all the files here. They might give you a paper cut. It's an unacceptable risk for our team. Even the slightest abrasion could explode under the pressure of lifters. No need for concern. We've done the simulations and cross-checked with the referral. To aid them with this mental preparation, I even read Madame Lucy's speech and some lacrosse essays on the scientification of arcane spells. But, Katerina,
Elizabeth's tone is formal, far more serious than she is known for any other situation. Kuparina back straightens.
take the others behind the glass door. I'll use my arcane spell to protect the field as much as I can. In order to maintain communication, we'll need to stay behind that door, or else the signal will be disrupted. But with my arcane spell, the risk should be minimal. What if something goes wrong? What will you do? I will take care of myself. The only thing I ask is that you pay close attention to what I do. Because in the worst case scenario, if you find yourself out there alone, you'll need to be able to perform this intuitively. I don't know, isn't it? Maybe, but it's still too early to give up, little astronaut.
Let's see. The weird thing is that in the fight where you had to use Kuparina, she has completely different. Oh really? Different skill sets and admit at that unless it's completely misunderstood the character from what I heard. Yeah, because I did use her in the earlier stages, but I wasn't paying attention of. So I'm guessing like she's gonna be the next banner, I believe. So like whatever she has right here might not be the one that exactly is. I'm guessing, but we'll see. She gives her a gentle push on the shoulder, nudging her back. The automatic door begins to close. She doesn't finish her sentence before the door shuts completely.
Enough talking. We don't have time for any dramatic farewells. Hey, whose idea is this? Couldn't be pointless. She packs meticulously. Let me guess. Misa?
She reads the words on the ID, smiling smugly at her confirmation.
I knew it.
Oh, she is the one who
Why
forgot
did
it.
you laugh?
I know she mentioned it to Ulrich. Before activating the disc, she hangs that unexpected find around her
I'll
neck.
just have to surprise her with it later.
Doesn't have an though, and doesn't put up shields. Okay. Yeah, because I know for the China server, there are two versions ahead of us, so I'm not sure how her skill set is. In the empty meeting room, Ulrich and Winsong takes up space on opposite sides of the door. So I'm wondering if they're actually going to the lab and if Hisabeth has the Winsong's ID on her. Like, is she not going to find it unless they beat Hisabeth? No one feels like sitting at the uncomfortable conference table without a good reason.
Where would you place their office?
Oh yeah, they're testing the experiment.
More importantly, is there any guarantee the data they collect will elucidate meaningful truths behind the storm?
You know as well as I do, our boss hasn't mastered the art of prediction. We don't offer guarantees. Besides, maybe our demon already knows how this all ends, and I'd rather not. Personally, I hate spoilers.
As do I.
Ulrich struts, about to continue the conversation by mentioning a neat bit of tick he recently looked into, when a strange but familiar voice cuts in. Who's that?
Yes, I found the room. Thank you.
Hey, who are these people? It looks like a raven. Ulrich's voice modulator stutters for a moment before finally splitting out the name.
Is that Adler?
Mr. Rufus?
Wait, so it's Adler Lufik? Winsong looks stunned. Ulrich, clearly confused, flashes giant exclamation mark. The raven perched on the monitor's head tilts his own in curiosity.
I'm glad to see you're so devoted to
Oh.
research, and I thank you for your hard work.
Oh, it's different people.
I'm here to deliver the storm monitor on behalf of Madame Lucy. Given our lack of resources and time,
The raven looks like a plushie.
an existing device to perform as our monitor. It was originally a robotic assistant, something to set daily schedules and work reminders.
Oh wait, the raven's Luik?
You already noticed Adler's voice. It's synthetic, of course. His colleagues originally developed this machine for him as a humanitarian gesture. It was trained to mimic his voice, an attempt to keep him social. It ultimately proved ineffective in that role, so now it will serve as our monitor. I understand. Given the circumstances, recycling resources is wise. Though I struggle to see how a robotic assistant could be a humanitarian gesture. Your appreciation is noble, and I supposed you might. In fact, this vacation Madame Lucy sent you on to Pleasance is a kind of humanitarian gesture on her part. Perhaps she hopes you'll gain a deeper understanding of her time.
Let's see, her skill set's different. Skill 1, she consumes Eureka to increase the number of attacks of the unprompted incantation. Is it like, maybe, does she have a Euphoria later or something? Maybe, because doesn't some of the Euphorias for certain characters changes their skills or something like that? Let's see, wow, what is the stage just increases the damage or even, even number rounds? Yeah, I haven't looked into the Euphoria. We did we did do Sutterby last stream, I think, or stream. No, not the stream last stream, but stream before. But yeah, I didn't get fully into the Euphoria stuff, so I might have to look it up or research it online, see who I want to do the Euphorias for, since I have a limited supply since I didn't know about it. She doesn't have a Euphoria yet? Okay. The Raven, pleased with the silence, offered no further input. Winston taps a few times on the monitor and smiles at her new discovery.
Mind if I take a closer look? Wow, there are a lot of voice packs programmed into this thing. How to temper steel. Madame Lucy's voice, I bet.
Wondering how different it is.
Sweetheart, the superstar? Oh, and Sputnik 1 too. Warm and fluffy company.
Wait, what's what Winsong talking about?
What a waste of time. Why would a monitor need a critter's voice in space?
In case there's critters in the
Maybe
space.
they just put it in for fun. It can be useful to relieve a little stress. Oh, perfect timing. Elizabeth has entered the testing grounds.
Elizabeth gonna tell Winsong about the ID?
I activated the disk, but it's not working. There must be an error in its computation. Oh, the indicator is red. So then it must still be accumulating arcane energy. It may be calibrating its position within the range I set. But what about all this excess energy? I worry it might not just transport me, but half the office.
Any last more attack? Echo main project.
Have some patience. It's doing something.
Hanzan is pretty funny. She shakes the disc once or twice, but when she stops, it continues to tremble. Violently. The entire office begins to rattle along with it. The fish in the echo tank darts anxiously.
I don't think any of those fish are gonna survive.
Before the floor starts to ripple, the monitor scoots itself out into the hallway for safety. Winsong slams her back against the wall to steady herself. Looking up, she sees Ulrich's desk glass tank vibrating, its contents scattering into tiny particles.
Can hear you brainstorming, Ulrich. Oddly literal.
The sound of shattering glass immediately says Winsong turned to her colleague, confirming that work is still secured inside his case. The noise appeared to have come inside from the fish tank falling, and
You know, Elizabeth, there's gentle ways to make an entrance.
what? What's happening? The voice around her, whether in her headset or her ears, are gargled twisted by the movement of space. Wait, she teleported to the conference room? The fish flopping on the floor begins to slow, except for the one that landed virtually in Ulrich's tank. How did it land in his tank if it wasn't open?
Poor fish. I attempted to turn my aquarium into fireproof ceramic to keep it safe, but it looks like it just made it easier to shatter. Wait,
Mention of her arcane skill triggers a panic. She glances down at the object she has been handing to Winsong. It's heavier than it should be. This must be Lepet's first ID badge with a ceramic wrap.
I
Trap.
forgot about this. Luckily, it didn't affect the part itself.
She blinks, letting the shimmer of her arcane skill fade.
That's a unique design. Thanks. It might make for a nice conversation piece.
Ulrich is busy saving the poor fish swimming on top of his head, dropping it back into the tank.
Congratulations, Mrs. Smith. Your results appear more than adequate. Indeed, you have exceeded my expectations.
Is that stuffy off the top for good job? Or is it all the same? Congrats. So does your success here mean my lovely apprentice has a chance to land back on Mother Earth safely? More than a chance now. Though I'm afraid the adjustments we've made to the process will be impossible to replicate at scale.
Nonetheless, you convince me.
The raven rolls towards them on a mechanical perch.
Your application for delayed evacuation is approved.
The cheers in Hezebeth's headset reaches her before she finishes processing the words.
But I haven't even submitted it yet.
Well, you may submit it now.
So, let's boil back here. Did that turn up a vacation bomb? I got that. It's impressive you managed to piece it back together.
All eyes fall on a thin sheet of paper, held together with tape and barely legible.
At least I learned something from it. Don't teleport paper products without a protective sheet. You seem so close to success. I will keep playing with them. I need to save my best for our lunch later.
Voyager taps Caparina on the shoulder, doing her best to express her opinion.
I won't push myself too hard. Thanks, Voyager.
We don't have much time left. Remember to rest too, Augustine. We should take a day off. Consider it a celebration of our successful experiment.
Actually, I believe Miss Isabeth already discussed. We still have a lot of work to do.
Caparina holds her stare on the pondering researcher, expectantly seeking her input.
Yes, that would do. I need to truly use the monitor. You will have to confirm the final coordinates on the disk and be able to perform the final safety checks before launching. Oh, I think it may be necessary to implement a particular procedure that Ludwig mentioned. A humanitarian vacation.
To be continued. Right. Stage 13. Wherever spring stays. I have seen many kinds of flowers in small towns and laboratories. On hurried journeys, they bloom so well and so frequently. "29 hours before the storm. Pesky Murray, whatever the name, the stranded Cosmo Dome. They were built to support the nearby research facility and fall silent along with them. A single snowflake goes unnoticed in the vast white, melting in hot breath.
Allow me. These should be the lost boxes.
Please don't miss. Just tell us which one should be moved. We'll take care of it. We all got our own jobs to do.
The young soldier bends down ahead of Pointer, loading the boxes into the truck one by one with practiced speed. Pointer checks the list in her hands and gives a nod. Correct quantity, the second to last batch of supplies is now loaded.
Will you leave with the others tomorrow? Or are you staying on until the final evacuation?
Our orders are to evacuate to Zero's nearest base tomorrow. How about you? We were responsible for escorting the last staff members to Processing Cosmo. That place should be empty, shouldn't it? An evacuation like this has to be for something big. I'm sure you know better than I do. If you can, miss, find somewhere safe. ASAP.
I'm leaving Maine tonight, just as soon as I have finished with the evacuation. There are fewer troops around. Have there been any further orders?
Some were sent to clear the roads. There's been more critters blocking the way lately. I guess the others were assigned to an urgent support mission. So it's just the rookies like me left.
Evacuations can be dangerous. A job like this shouldn't be left to recruits.
You think so? Honestly, I was hoping for a little challenge. But we're soldiers. We follow orders.
The engine roars to life, setting up a small fury of snow from its undercarriage.
Do you need a lift?
Thanks, but I'm going back to check on the evacuation. Be safe.
The truck disappears down the slush-covered road, carved through the snow. Pointer heads the opposite direction, further into the town.
So, this is our humanitarian vacation here? And all the money?
You've got it.
Monty Pitt Murray.
Nearby and easy to reach. I can't see a reason why you shouldn't come check it out. The only problem is I got the timing a little off. But just you wait. It won't be long now before the Aurora shows up.
She tosses a pebble towards the pit. It vanishes into the dark.
We've recorded a great team camera crossing the Foundation and worked out the kinks of our teleport disk. We can just manage to collect some useful data. Our future could be brighter than any aurora.
I hate to be negative or kind, but this is still a big gamble.
But we want big today. Didn't you join us to bring about a better future? Just think. Our achievements on this project could pave the way to a promotion or at least a transfer.
Don't try to butter me up with promotion talk. Anyway, it's bad luck to talk like that right before a mission. Worse than bad luck, it's cliche.
Yep.
Rangers coming together to do great deeds, risking mortal peril for the good of humanity. Now, just before the climax, we'll start talking about their motivations and backgrounds. All to give the story a twist. When someone fights it in the last act, and then the whole game is haunted by their last moments of peace together.
Oh, there's a theory about that. What is it called again? Right. Quantum entanglement. Where I'm from, there's a book called E.G. that has a similar idea. That the things we do are mirrored in faraway places.
After turning several near identical corners, Pointer reaches her destination. A small group of people had gathered by the roadside. The moment they spot her, her wind-cloud's face breaks into smiles.
How are things proceeding? I'm here to perform a final check on evacuation.
It's going well. We're all ready to leave. It's just these flowers. We thought about planting them somewhere just so we can carry them. But the soil flows all over.
Flowers.
Yes, you know, from the seeds you gave us. My daughter planted them just for fun, but they really thrive.
A little girl bundles a thick winter coat holds up a box of treasures to Pointer. Several tall potted sunflowers.
Mommy said it's really, really difficult. It's a miracle. Please, that you and I do it together. Yes, I suppose it indeed appears miraculous. But how are you going to take them with you? I think it would be a bit too heavy to carry on the road.
We've given away the rest to some of our neighbors. But these are the ones that prove the best. It hurts to think we'll just leave them here to die. So cold now, and it's getting hard to find food. We know we'll have to evacuate soon, but no one has told us where we're going or what's next. Despite all the hardship, these seeds you gave us somehow managed to bloom on my daughter's skin. The impossible heals you. If even these little flowers are ready to fight to survive, how can we give up?
The townspeople around her chimes in, and the girl beams even brighter, holding the box tight in her arms.
That's true.
She wants to tell them to save their space and energy for more important supplies. The seeds were a gift from Windsong, likely altered through an arcane skill, perhaps already adapted to grow in permafrost. But at this moment, it doesn't seem right to judge these flowers that hold meaning for others.
Thank you. I'm not aware of the rare species of flowers here, but I'm certain all the same these are the most beautiful flowers in man. I hope you can find a way to take them with you.
Watching the golden hue of the sunflower fades into the distance, Pointer steps back onto the streets. She will check on the vehicle she parked earlier, take one final patrol, and then leave without looking back. Yes, Mary is, in fact, just large enough for a chance encounter to still occur. The glimpse of Laplace's uniform blends into the snow, and she squints until she recognizes the waving figure.
Oh, hey. Why aren't you on vacation? Why are you back here with the evacuation team?
Well, I had nothing else to do anyway. We need all the help we can get. The truth is, there's still a team of presence. Ludwig even approved the delayed evacuation. I guess they're planning to stay to the very last
The news is nothing like she expected. Her voice raised and shocked.
Unbelievable, right? That takes a lot of guts. Would have guessed with people like that during the plans. If you've got time, maybe you should go check. See if you can talk some sense into
He aims to pat her shoulder, but considering her mechanical component, he lowers his hand halfway.
Yeah, you're right. I have a treatment house to check one by one for stragglers, so I'm going to get back to you. Oh, it's freezing cold out there. Don't forget to check the clothes. I'll catch up with you when we get back to the branch.
She once hoped that Ludwig would shut down this absurd plan, a mission with far greater odds of failure than achieving any meaningful goal. But she should but she should have known better. Laplace is filled with the most stubborn people imaginable. They would never give up, no matter how many obstacles stands in their way. The storm is coming. What else is left for her to do? Pointer looks in the direction of the Cosmodrome, the building obscured by the swirling sheet of white.
Everything is made of atoms. From a bottom-out cutout, it's like a rhinestone. Yet dirt is like bad. And all these things are but dust. In other words, maybe the reason why we are here is only a complete coincidence.
Hold it, hold it. Let's just get back to the topic at hand. I think I'm allergic to poetry. Oh, I want to be at the rest. Would you please let me finish? No way. I think I'd rather take a chance on that lethal backstory cliche. How about you start us off?
The little snake tilts her head in unison. Every eye lands inquisitively on name's day. He almost wished for the petrification spell to hit himself.
Sure, what do you want to know? Are you curious about why I chose our loose yet ambitious team?
Loose yet delicious. That's a good description. You brought it up. Now spit it out. And make it simple.
Maybe I shouldn't have oversold it. I just think you have a good plan. What if this works? What if we do this and it changes the world? And I can be a part of that. It's a tempting thought, don't you think? I just don't want to see another place I hold get lost to the storm.
So you mean it was for homecoming?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Isn't your homeland still here with the setup?
More often than not, Caprina chooses to listen and wait. She seldom inserts herself into conversations.
Have you just accepted the fact that it will disappear? Again?
He shakes his head.
My home isn't in this area. Maybe the names aren't the same. Same old familiar buildings, but nothing that matters to me. What's gone is gone. Don't feel bad for me, though. Now I have my own portable window.
He raises a finger and taps the little ornament dangling on his ear.
Hey, I always figured you kept that around in case you needed some free cash. You know, like those parents that have phone numbers.
Oh, no, my brother said he would kill me if I did. It's meant to be for the last living child, a family heirloom of sorts. If I lost it, I think my family would call up their graves upon me. If I have graves. Still, if I was in dire need.
Family. The word stirs emotion in all those listening. Caprina lowers her head, trying to hide her expression.
Family?
She points to the ground, doing her best to respond with the words she's learned, even if it means it's slightly off.
No, Voyager. This is not my family. Getting me to know you. These are my friends. Friends.
She knows this word, but until now she only used it to describe Caprina. For Caprina, it's a word that breaks down barriers and open doors.
He told me that as long as there are living people who remember what has been, that what we're doing will be worthwhile. I've tried to accept that, but I still can't. What has been? It's not just an old building or some candy in a store. It's the place I grew up and the people I love that will be taken away. It's everything in my life. It is my life. I know I must accept it, but I can do nothing but accept it. How can I ever accept it?
Another long silence. Everyone standing here has a reason to keep going, reason strong enough to chase the absurd. In other words, no one here knows the real answer. It's a battle.
Program activated.
Everyone, listen up. It's time to pull out.
Am I ready?
Oh, I had it set on auto. Stage 14. We who chased the stars. Those who departed from home are now wandering through tales. The hardest person to convince is often yourself. Sensing Caparina's disappointment, Name Day finally speaks up.
How about that?
Oh no.
The blunt reply causes him to bite his tongue and listen.
When I heard about my parents' death, I was just stepping onto the bus to La Paz. I felt like I had no time to even think about it. I guess I just stood back for a second. After all, there's nothing I could do to change it. Then about 3 months later, I broke my pen while writing a research lab. I cried for 40 hours. 40 hours. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm grateful my roommate didn't have to me. Wasn't your parents' pen?
The very idea of Isabel crying seems almost impossible to imagine. She cuts off the thought before it turns unpolite.
No, just an ordinary La Paz office pen. They give them out by the boxload. But back home when I broke something, my parents would tease me for being careless. And then we would find a new one together. You can't really accept a thing like this. The only thing you can do is put your pain aside and find something to do with yourself. Even if it's just making a ball of tape. Just wrap the ball round and round over and over until you've forgotten what it even looked like inside. Maybe that is something that we have.
The little astronaut nods solemnly.
Oh, Risha, I'm speaking from experience. You know, when you're young, everything bad seems like the end of the world. Forgetting your homework might as well be the apocalypse.
She's right. Nady swallows the word he has meant to use to lighten the mood. He heard enough of them before. He even asked himself the same.
Are you going home, Mr. Doctor?
No. I'm heading out for a mission.
Vila said it's a time that you're familiar with, but that you didn't have a plan on going back. I know Vila had another home before she moved to the mansion. You must have one too. What is it like? Does it snow there?
Yes,
We didn't see him at school for weeks.
Playing on the ice can be dangerous.
Legend has it that girls who drown become Ryusuke. Wait, becomes Ryusuke. Ryusuke? He asked Phila once, and she confirmed it was only a myth. Most stories are like that, heavily embellished in the retelling. To hold the boy's drifting thoughts on or reign in his own memory, he squashed down until his head is leveled with the sunflower.
But it's all gone. No matter what. Even if I went back, that little dot in the map, it would never be the same.
Like Ryashi.
Just like the ash.
Another patch of land whose story was lost to the storm, remembered only by the few lucky enough to live there. He tries to pull the topic back before it veers somewhere neither of them can handle.
Поэтому мы должны выжить. Потом все станет на круги своя.
Фёдор, держись. Жизнь — это очень важная вещь.
So Leon Ya, stay alive. So is that his real name, or I'm not sure what if that's name day's name.
Иди, исследуй ту шутку, которую я тебе дал. Никогда не оглядывайся назад.
Being certified as capable for an independent field mission needs your official foundation number. Congrats, Netherlands. Most people here use names, so it's all up to you. Just make sure you pick a good one. It's not easy to change once it's confirmed. I see. Thank you for telling me.
And then he left home, came closer to another date soon to be celebrated. That's it. He hands over his application form.
Let me check. Alright, no problem. The storm has made everyone's life fucking here. The Foundation is always in need of more manpower. We need honest men like you, even more so. Welcome to the St. Pablo Foundation Far East Branch, Mr. Peter.
The name means existence. What is hard to accept, knowing that your city can't be found on any map, or the city still shares its name but has changed entirely. He tried before, but his arcane skill doesn't work on living beings. This fleeting glow he remembers is probably just an illusion.
You're thinking about something. Missing your home again, yes? It's okay. Vila said as long as we pay attention in class and keep learning, we will be able to rebuild Reashki in the future. We will rebuild it as long as each and every Comrade keeps that goal in their mind. That will never forget.
The sunflower tilts its head. The boy mimics it. Then he pats his friend's shoulder, offering a little encouragement. I'm wondering how he got the name Raccoon from August. It's a Aurora. Name day is still lost in thought as the aurora begins to spill across the sky. It follows its own pattern, constant and repellent, existing without the need or no for name. Nothing in nature is made for humanity.
And here, Alia, you can have the best seat. Oh, I think for now I prefer to be like Katarina.
She mutters something more under her breath, but still finds herself sitting in the offered spot.
Alia, you don't get an aurora like this every night. You need those charged particles up there for your arcane spell. I thought we were here for a vacation. It can be more than one thing. We do need this though.
He finds a suitable rock to sit on and brushes the dust off the stone beside her for Caprina and Voyager.
Stay calm. Walking in space is definitely going to be easier than walking a tightrope. There's no absolute In short, there's no falling down.
Caprina nods seriously.
Tomorrow? No. The day after tomorrow. I'll be later, drifting across the earth to the stars. I wanted it to feel fun because
Whether from nerves or the right night's wind, she shivers. Elizabeth opens her arms wide to pull both girls into a huddle.
the night is so cold. Back with the Ukrainian. Nights like this, I would sneak into the tents and sleep beside Masha, the red covered with pets. She was so fun to cuddle. And now I hear how they fit all here. Oh, Sam, I'm not suggesting you remind me of X. It just feels safe.
There were times during the coldest winter nights that my siblings and I would cuddle up with the stray dogs to keep us out.
Hold on. You people don't just hibernate through the winter? You're missing out.
This is the first time the little team has sat together without the mission on their mind, chatting instead of about past lives and faraway memories. Before she realized, sleepiness sneaks up on Caprina. She stands to shake off her sudden drowsiness, and Elizabeth rises with her.
Alright, we should head back. We don't want our little astronaut to be too tired.
Hey, you think I don't see what you're doing? You haven't told us your story. It's been on my mind since I first got here. Why are stories? You don't strike me as a hopeless dreamer type.
I don't? Well, I should make more of an effort to match the stereotype.
She tilts her head just enough to catch the dozing little snake and nudge it back onto her shoulder.
It's not so dreamy though. I just want to know the answers. Where do we come from and how things will end? What, not convincing enough? Perhaps you want something more in depth? Way back when, before all this, Pointer and I were being driven not by work. We would walk out here and there was something she would say to me.
She narrows her eyes, watching the shifting curtains of light with interest. High-energy solar particles, shaped by Earth's magical magnetic field, dances across the sky in color visible to the naked eye. If you listen closely, you might hear their faint crackling. After a small shake of her head, she regains her usual casual tone.
What do you think? Good impression of her, no? Everyone says it's my best.
The aurora hanging high above the sky shines down at the people below. Brilliant beams fall, blurring the edge between the snow and sky and softening every expression into something unreadable. Elizabeth's voice feels like it's coming from far away.
Tomorrow might be our last few days before the storm. Guess it's fitting then to ask the age-old question. If tomorrow was the last day of your life, what would you do?
To be continued. New Year's wish. Wait, cabinets of wishes. New Year's wishes made when the Kremlin bell rang are kept here, ready to be laughed at next year. Open the cabinet. Become a director, drink endless wine, succeed in projects, world peace, conquer the galaxy, go home for a visit, live to see next year, touch Mars with your own hands, establish relationship with alien life, grow flowers in Siberia, free yourself from material needs, become a true engineer, defeat death, marry anesthesia, witness history. So we're on stage 15. Time to say goodbye. We can never find the perfect moment. "17 hours before the storm." The little soon-to-be astronaut stands before the heavy blast door and presses her finger against the scanner. Just like several months before, she walks the quiet corridor on her way to training.
Do everything we can, and you do your best. Leave no regrets. But while I have to finish my training,
The closer she gets to the end, the more the nerve takes hold. So she looks for comfort in steady, familiar routines. She finishes her count silently. Right on cue, the blast door slides open. Are these the... okay. Now we'll just use this team.
this ship's alien.
I'm going to perform better in this simulation than ever before. Alright, so let's see. Buff. What's our other one? Is it this one?
Maybe take a deep breath. What the hell? Wait. La acumulación de laberintos siempre le todo una vez más.
That's it. Don't stop now. Memorize every step as you go.
Hold your breath. Maybe take a deep breath. Más allá del concepto mundano del elsewhere things, don't take it on step. The stars that just out of reach was the adversary's routine. At your service. This is where you free reign past your end. Hold your breath. Elsewhere things.
Am I able to see her ultimate? Or is the enemy gonna go down? Uh-oh. Okay. No! Almost see the ultimate. Alright, nicely done. Now we'll move on to the zero gravity training.
I haven't had a eureka moment like this in a while. The poem I just wrote is amazing.
Oh, it's a stage! Is it like a flashback, or... The weightlessness calms her. Compared to the other simulated operations, arcane skill practice, and centrifuge spins, this is her favorite routine. It's like walking a tightrope, but without the fear of falling. With gravity out of the picture, the sky itself feels reachable, the world stretching out like a velvet blanket around her.
Alina Medvedeva, the girl like a bear. You must have a proper stage name for your performance.
She lifts her high, steady and secure. To a child, it feels like flying. She's close to a starry sky built of light bulbs and canvas.
Mr. Kozlov. Mrs. Kozlova. What do you need to run? Why all the rush? Let's wait one day later, or maybe two. Why don't we ask that boss lady to see Ari again?
I am sure she's too busy. But look, everyone's leaving town. Something must be happening.
He gestures to a place out in the distance, the dimly lit Khazad-dome barely visible against the night sky.
She'll be safe there. Didn't you hear them say that? The Blasters building will be the last wall, even if the whole world comes to it. What we must do then is keep ourselves safe. That way, someday in the future, we will have a chance to see her again. Sitting in the audience, clapping for us until her hands are red.
My big bear wants to pretend he doesn't have a heart. You miss her as much as I do.
Of course, but I must stay in control of myself. Maybe we can put something on the signboard. A circle, like her space helmet. You know that signboard hasn't been changed since my Padushka was my master. What a change it will be.
Natalia frowns as she struggles with the knots on the luggage, but straightens up when she hears the comment.
Yes, and we will add some stars and spaceships. I'll pin the monuments like step up in Moscow. Oh, and don't forget to take down the atlas so we can send things to her.
You think I didn't do that the minute we came here? Natalia, you sure are so much concern. What happened to my carefree circle?
It's just that there's nothing else I can do.
She passed a package beside her, a few neatly wrapped dolls and a set of freshly cleaned costumes.
We've always been there. Now she's alone and far from us. We will care for her now.
It is how it must be. We cannot be there for her forever. You can't do this your whole life. Audiences come to watch an acrobat fly, but they also come to see if they will fall. Most people would never dare to walk on a tightrope. They pay to see people do the thrilling things that they would never do themselves. But it is a dangerous business. I often wish that you would one day find a safer way to live than this.
Неужели ходить по земле действительно безопаснее? Сколько я проживу? 8 лет, 10, 15. И что потом? Сколько лет мне осталось? Time never ends. It's a constant, and there are many explanations for it. One suggests that since the whole world is made up of particles, including our brains, then our minds too can be calculated, so that everything that's happening or about to happen can be fixed. Past, present, future, all that ever was and is, and ever will be is destined from the moment the universe began. Each moment like a knot on a string that's already been tied. Our lives just moving along a fixed track from birth to death. Then there is another. The theory that none of this is really happening at all. That all perception is illusion. Only the present exists, and only for as long as we are experiencing it. If you ask me to choose, I prefer the first one. It's not like a tightrope though. When I walk on the road, I don't see past and future. I only feel what is happening right now. For example, these lights make my palms feel hot and warm, but the stones beneath me are cold. Cold sounds like your favorite segment here.
The researcher widens her eyes in belief surprise, but just as soon returns to her usual confidence and breezy smile.
You got it. When you learn all the rules that govern our universe, you'll be able to predict all that is to come. You'll be able to survive without superstition and fear of the unknown. Подождите. Это легче сказать, чем сделать. А что, если у нас завтра не получится? Что вспомнить все, что мы здесь сделали, и все, что я когда-нибудь могла бы знать, и все, что останется зараз, хранящихся в кабинете хранилища. И если так, я надеюсь, однажды они вспомнят обо мне, поднимут глаза в небо и скажут: смелый, молодой космонавт однажды ходил среди звезд.
It's not about Miss Kozlov's wish for Alia, nor her friends.
Алина Медведева сделала этот выбор сама.
Nadia returns to the tent to retrieve the last few boxes of clothes, while Mr. Kozlov is busy tightening the rope on the luggage. There's a lot to pack. He tugs hard at the rope, tying the dolls Caparina left behind safely into a bundle, worrying the rest of what he didn't get to say earlier.
Children grow up. Adults grow old. And die. So that's the use of worrying. All that matters is our Alia is safe.
Mr. Kozlov, you should have already left. The longer you wait to leave, the more dangerous it will be.
The man is startled. He's not good at dealing with researchers, and he never expects to run into one of the empty streets so late at night.
Is there something wrong with it? We are ready to go, as you can see. We're all packed up.
He motions to the stacked box behind him. His tone is on the brink of pleading.
No, nothing to be concerned with for now. I need you to follow the evacuation orders for your safety. Keep your passes with you. You may need to show the soldiers on the road ahead. And please take care. The snowfall is getting heavy.
Sure. But if you don't mind my asking, is Alia all right? How is she? How is her training? Sorry, it's just. I know that she's a good girl, but I'm afraid she'll push herself too much. She's always been so diligent.
You have nothing to worry about. Caparina is very disciplined and intelligent army. We've been most impressed with her work. I believe that she could have a very promising future with her blocks.
The fatigue on his face eases a bit, and some pride returns to him, the pride of a ringmaster.
Promising. I knew it. My Alia is a promising candidate for Laplace. When we first found her in Murmansk, she was just an orphan baby. But now, you see how wonderful she has become.
I believe I understand. Time really does fly, doesn't it?
Thank you for telling me about her. I wanted to pay her a visit, but I don't want to bother her. I also don't think she wants to see an old man cry. But if you say she is doing well, this is enough for me. But I must ask, Miss, why are you still in town? Aren't you going to be busy with work soon?
Pointer follows his eyes as he casts a look around the street. Bright fluorescent light illuminates snow and that swirls as it falls. Snow falls on both of their shoulders. It melts on Mr. Kozlov, but it settles on the layer on Pointer's metallic frame.
I'm here to see if we missed anything.
To be continued. Stage 16. What about time? It's just the inconvenience caused by instant noodles, vegetable packets, and some time theory yet to be debunked. You and I both understand. "14 hours before the storm." The lighting softens some of the chills, adding a touch of life to the empty tables and chairs. The owner reaches out from behind the counter, pushing over a steamy cup and small porcelain plate packed with the brimmed with gingerbread.
Sorry, but we've already packed everything away. I'm leaving on the last truck tomorrow morning. There was still some fresh food around yesterday, but today I've got nothing. All I can offer you is a mug of boiled water and some gingerbread.
That would be enough. Thanks.
She got here a little late. This is the last place in town with the lights on. The owner rummages around for a while and manages to find a bucket of instant noodles and some other homemade treats. She bites into the gingerbread cookie. The soothing spice and sweetness lingers on her senses.
Wow. This gingerbread tastes amazing.
You bet. I'm originally from Nova Moskovsk. We're famous for it. I think I told your friend the story last time she was here. I'm no good with hammers and rocks. No food. The miners always work up a health food. My friend, Bryce, makes much better gingerbread than I do. Sometimes I think the only reason people eat with it is for the conversation. The winter joke is everyone has a good side. Oh, what else can you do but talk your long nights away?
It is good to have someone to talk to. Still, I'm curious why you decided to stick around until the last minute.
I can be rich. No one's bothered to explain why it is we have to return to it. Smile at all the young folks with something to live for first. Could I ask you a question as well?
Sure. But I can't guarantee I'll have an answer.
It's only that my friend lives in a town like this. Mining town. They had their own pictures and meetings there too. In her last letter, she told me that those big shots were talking about that. Then, nothing. It's been years. I haven't heard from her since.
The description seems eerily familiar. But before she can say the name of the town, the owner shakes his head.
Forget it, miss. It's a small town. I doubt you're anyone knows really happy there. I often wonder where she is now, or if she's even alive. But I will see her again someday.
It's the kind of question that can't be answered. The town she's thinking of no longer exists, but she believes people need something to believe in.
Well, I really don't know. Perhaps they did evacuate. But relocation can be complicated. It can take years. Maybe you'll hear from her again when she settles down.
Yes, that's true. These things take time. Well, at least I can sleep.
The owner turns back to his backing, leaving her alone. She takes a moment to examine the restaurant. In the vase on top of the cabinet, a flower droops slightly. Its color is bright yellow, golden yellow. The seed given away so casually, like they meant nothing, are now blooming in corners everywhere. There are still some ingredients on the shelf that haven't been packed. Sealed bags and cans each occupying a small space.
Please dry apples. And
She attempts to scan the description, but in poor lighting, it's a lost cause.
Oh, I forgot to pack this. It's amazing, isn't it? Even here, far north, we can get fresh fruit and vegetables. I guess this technology was invented to make food for cosmonauts, but now people in Myanmar get to enjoy it too.
Pointer stares at the freeze-dried fruits on the shelf, momentarily dazed. The research she once worked hard on, once thought meaningless, has found its way into daily life.
Thank you. I'll be fine with just this. You've actually already helped me out a lot.
She tears open the instant noodle packet.
Now veggie packets. My day, yours. They act as if all of their essential and valuable consumer technology just popped up out of nowhere. To think that aerospace engineering has less to contribute than their other projects? Man, they wouldn't even have vegetable packets in their instant noodles without us.
The things close by, solid and clear in texture, undeniable proof of existence. She has always valued what can be felt and touched.
Pull yourself together, Pointer. Don't buy into karma. This is only another damn coincidence.
What price are you willing to pay for that answer? This might be the most irritating decision she ever made. Having made up her mind, she begins her battle with the bucket of noodles in front of her.
Tastes awful.
13 hours before the storm.
Final check. Spaceship?
We run a full diagnostic check. All components are operational. We are fully filled, and we even installed that new installation unit.
Data monitoring and communication systems?
Check. All systems are functional, including the batteries.
Astronaut status? And all checked out too. My arcade skill and geography, physical and mental status, and the integrity of my spacesuit are all fitting the parameters. Is there anything else we've missed? Anything at all?
She scans each person one by one until settling on a girl with curiosity burning into her eyes.
Ah, what about our special humanitarian support staff? Maybe we should give her a check too? Alright, dismiss. I'll see you at the launch bay doors in 3 hours. Now everyone, pull up the bed. We need to decompress before the action starts. Same cuts via your communicators. I need everyone frosty. Bring the last now. There are still some things left to check through. If only we had more help.
As the other trickles out, Hesabeth's final inspection comes to an end. She opens the door on her desk, stuffs the card laying in the corner. Nope. The snow is trampled into muddy slush again and again, then flattened back into white. Pointer steps carefully, trying to allow footsteps and tire tracks that haven't yet been covered. There are no more voices in town. Stripped of its adornment, Mirror is now cold bricks, scarred wood, and stained signs. Boots and wheels once ground its day and night into something solid. The circus lights, the scent of food from the restaurant, the silver of researcher uniforms, and the occasional flash of gray plaid, all once decorated it and made it worth remembering. Now, it's a nameless ghost town, one of countless others.
Cold and daylight. At least the evacuation has gone smoothly.
No sooner had she said. No sooner had she. No sooner has she said than that she noticed a figure in the entrance to the shop. Some flusher critters has wandered into the town and met its end. The soldiers likely didn't have time to deal with it properly and left its body in the snow. The wild dogs, drawn by the faint stain of blood, arrives to enjoy the feast.
Well, that's a security risk.
She calculates the best angle for a clean attack and starts to move.
Keep the sample.
Surely those keen little noses of yours shouldn't smell the rain coming off by now. Off you go now, pups. So what's the single attack? Mass attack.
A good point. Noted. A new hypothesis. Taking another look.
The light that illuminates all.
We worked on this collaboration together. I'll write you into my paper.
Then we're off and don't come back. We don't have time for another round.
The blood on her soles has been mixing with the snow, forming into icy red shards. Behind her, a trail of murky prints leads off across the snow. Like red ribbons tied to trees marking a trail, this crimson path winds towards where the vehicle has been parked last night.
Don't really know how much time I have left at all. These storm predictions are based on fluctuations in arcane energy levels. Is even a chance that this won't be the storm at all? Just some kind of arcane phenomenon? No matter what the case may be, I can't afford an odyssey at a time like this. I have to get to the hospital ASAP.
Elizabeth runs through delicate calibrations and all the equipment in the room. The snake tilts their head, thoroughly distracted by many blinking prompts on the screen. To focus, she is turning the noise in her head into spoken words.
Arcane energy fluctuations aren't a perfect method of predicting the storm. What if all these fluctuations are something else? Something like that girl. Voyager, a mysterious girl with unbelievable power. I should let the Foundation handle this. We can't force her to join in an experiment against her will. There are too many redundant steps in the launching system. We need to streamline them if we're going to make our debut.
She presses down firmly on the fingerprint scanner, keeping her tone civil through gritted teeth.
Yeah, probably. But the process is too complicated. I think Pointer was the only one that ever managed to remember each step in the order. Yeah, whatever. I could use another hand, all. She's always still in the branch building, busy with her own stuff. Besides,
Hurried footsteps approach the launch bay. The little snake's mouth is pinched shut, and the room falls silent. She listens closely to the increasing urgent steps.
effortless steps from a tall figure with a tendency to lean forward. Sounds familiar. Could it be Wilson? Did she leave something behind again?
The figure that bursts into the room is unmistakably familiar, unexpected, yet somehow inevitable. It's Pointer, right? Oh, to be continued. Pointer is visibly winded. Her vehicle couldn't drive in the inner perimeter of the launch bay, so she had to run the last stretch. But she had to make the most of her time. She came back to say what was needed to be said. Isabel speaks first.
Are you alright? It looks like you haven't slept in days. How many times have I told you that research requires a healthy body and mind? You need sleep. I'm fearful. Just so you know, I've got no time to help with whatever you're working on, and we're finishing this project, no matter what you say. Oh, let me guess. You're here for the card? Yes, I've used it a few times to get out the night. Didn't break anything or get any but the tank's dry.
Her every theory misses the mark.
It's not about any of that. Then you should have come earlier. Days earlier. Not today. The storm is due to come in a couple hours. You won't make it to the northern branch.
Pointer falls silent for a moment instead, adjusting her breath.
I'm here to settle your affairs. You need to secure your records in case you don't make it. And to see if the work you've done is actually worth your lives. Just so you know, if you don't survive, I'm going to finish our teleport list and claim all the credit. Maybe I'll write a dissertation on it. I'll call it a dissertation. And you'll all just be a footnote, an et al. In the citations. You know I'm not bluffing. Well, whatever, Pointer. Just don't forget to tell me the results. Maybe send them to me via VTuber. You're being serious, aren't you? Or are you trying to be funny now? I really can't tell.
The casual air she fought to maintain finally breaks.
I'm just sick of eating instant noodles without the veggie packets. But more than that, I'm sick of you and your attitude. All you do is joke around. If veggies matter that much to your stupid bowl of noodles, how could you think your lives matter any less to me? You want to treat your lives like a cosmic joke, like your deaths don't matter. Well, they will to the ones you leave behind.
After giving up on controlling her volume and her thoughts, she catches a different expression on Elizabeth's face. Guilt, sadness, shock, none of the above. She has simply put away her smile.
I see your point. Luckily, I've already made a copy of everything on this data card.
A brighter, more genuine smile appears.
I've been wondering who I should trust with it. It's not 100% safe to send back to the teleportation ritual. It's good to have you back.
The thin card is handed to her
The
again.
editing isn't done. Pen job. Yeah, I can remember this name now. I didn't have time to finish this part. But who has time to edit a suicide note? The only thing that matters is that it's in the hands of someone who will take it seriously. Take it and go. You can still make it back.
The data card feels faintly warm. It must have been in her pocket the entire time.
Forget it. You already told me the car's out of gas. So, I'll be your witness. You sure you want to die with us, after all?
Pointer doesn't respond. She just takes a step forward.
Call it a fool's wish, but I'm hoping no one is ever going to need to see this. Catch me up to speed. What's the status of the project? We've managed to refine the teleportation and bring the fixed position, but there's still some serious side effects. Dizziness, nausea, like the world's worst case of car sickness. It'll have to suffice for now. I think I can work that out after I finish reading the progress. Cool. I look forward to that.
She points to the door.
Your office should be the same as you left it, besides a layer of dust. Be grateful though. You should see the state of mine. Don't activate the teleportation anywhere around. If it takes out a single critical component, we'll be stripped with looping. Like I don't know. You need a hand here. I can help. I thought we already figured out your goals. You need to stay at a safe distance to protect the data.
She can't quite tell if there's mockery in her words. But she doesn't need to get to the bottom of it. Language is vague and fleeting. Words lose meaning the moment they're spoken.
That's it.
Before turning around, she pulls and tucks her hair behind her ears. Her data ports and mechanical components reflects in the sterile light of the lab.
I always thought I wasn't able to act against my safety program. But here we are.
Another rare expression on Elizabeth's face. Pointer's database log it as a surprise, but the emotions doesn't linger long.
Do you have
Pointer once thought her facial expression metrics could no longer be thrown off by strange inputs, yet her smile was off its index by 0.35 degrees.
I was designed to simulate all aspects of life. Vraiment? But personally, who decided whether it should be a human's or a genus's life? I suppose you were probably another awakened genus, like Ulrich and Madame Lucy. Not exactly, but the details can wait. I thought you would be more encouraging at such a vital moment. Guess my prediction matrix is not quite as perfect as I've let on. I am encouraging you. I'm trying to prove your existence matters.
Faced with Hesibus tilting her head in confusion, Pointer's smile registers even higher. Since leaving the Cosmodome, this is the lightest she's felt.
Well, I should go. Take care. Time for another double check. Everything needs to be flawless.
This hallway is etched into Pointer's memory. She can navigate it without any sensors. As she turns, Hesibeth calls out to her.
Pointer! You know, I should have mentioned something before. Something I wanted you to see. There are menacing statues everywhere in Museum. I left a long time ago, but they should still be there. Even the storm can't wash them away. They've been there for ages. Go take a look if you ever get the time. I don't think the plots would cover that as a scientific excursion.
She doesn't stop or turn back, but gives Hesibeth a gesture.
The name is Pointer, researcher in LSCC Parasitic Watch, former team member on the Space Monitor project. The reason I quit? Because someone must be prepared for the worst case scenario. Because I was tired of freeze-dried dudes.
Two other friends has come to say a quiet goodbye. Though they can't quite exchange wishes through speech, they still try. Voyager struggles to control the marker, but she writes, and Caprina waits patiently. The marking on her palm forms a complex, indecipherable pattern, precise in geometry, yet unreadable in meaning. The little astronaut pulls for the little astronaut pulls her focus away from the pattern. She takes a few deep breaths just to be sure he heard it right.
Plus 3 whole words. Maybe once you're running from one, you can tell me where you're really from.
Maybe she's from the stars. There's a shift of weight on her shoes. Caparina lowers her head. A familiar little snake looks back up at her.
I'm not afraid. When I return, remind me to show you the towers for Miss Chandler's.
Maybe the pattern really does hold some kind of magic. Or maybe just feeling of looking forward to the future. But either way, her steps feel lighter.
Final day of lost is complete. We are clear for launch in T minus 1 minute. Is there anything else I have to remember? Yeah, Jupiter. Really? Are you serious? It can be both then. Now get ready and have a safe flight.
The transmission ends. Hesabeth scans each face in the launch bay, the confidence in her teammates pulling her at ease. She knows that everyone here is committed to the end. She places her hand on the button.
3, 2, 1.
We're pushing the button.
Ignition.
That's kind of interesting. The story of Sophia's. She doesn't seem like a storytelling type, but a long, long time ago, Sophia's learns a wonderful way to live. Always keep your eyes on the future. Keep walking forward. It believes that it's the right thing to do. Sophia's moves quickly, and so it fell hard. After that, it donned a metal shell. Inside that metal shell, the ghost of Sophia witnessed countless beautiful moments. A near eternal heart being lit, man-made stars launched into the sky, earth songs reaching beyond the solar system, but it all vanished in the rain. The dream ended, and Sophia felt regret for the first time. It realized perhaps that it didn't really know how to live at all, after all. Cepheus believed itself to be a guiding pointer to a millennium to come, leading the way for 10,000 years, but in truth, it realized it didn't even understand the road to the next 100 years. It couldn't even light the path of the southern hemisphere. What happened to Cepheus afterwards? It returned to the space base and continued to research for the sake of those still living. Yes, I am Cepheus. Well, that's kind of interesting how it went to like the launch pad to like the whole solar system. Launch! We're in outer space now. I can't pronounce. I don't think I can pronounce this one. Epite or epitite? I don't know. Besides the flowering grave, she left these.
Altitude rising. All systems normal. Oh, fail.
She looks out the porthole, watching as the ground falls away and the sky closes in. It feels like falling in reverse. The little astronaut stands up and opens the storage box, following the procedure she has rehearsed countless times. The monitor camera lights up.
Welcome to the plant. New coordinates detected. Correction. Welcome to location coordinates not found. Deconfirm. Scheiße. Location not found. Scheiße.
Cancel the location process. Work preset program. Activates the storm surveillance system.
Voice authorization approved. Iris recognition recognized. Operator identified. Operation access granted. Good luck. Special order. Find all liquids in the vicinity of machinery, especially alcohol.
The humorous warning gathers no reply. Left on the floor of the cabin, the monitor essentially begins a diagnosis check on itself. And when the little astronaut fastens its safety tether, it remembers to says thanks to her.
Reach the target altitude. Now I will open the hatch, adjust the celestial coordinates, and deploy the monitor as planned. Copy that.
Oxygen was significant. Countdown at 15 minutes.
Please handle me with care.
She steadies the monitor beside her, pulls the lever, and takes a deep breath before the hatches opens. Darkness. No forward or backwards, no up or down, no sound or light, only the solid touch that seeps through her spacesuit. When she blinks again, the universe unfolds before her like a toy box.
Report. The effects of the storm are now being observed.
No response. She has no way of knowing if her signal got through. Wait, so the storm's affecting the outer space too? She's disoriented and her heart pounds through her chest. These planets repay her courage with a terrifying kind of beauty. Applause for her.
Warning. Arcane energy fluctuations approaching safety threshold.
Nice.
Light warning. Low supply. Remember to wear your safety goggles when not wearing. Scheiße.
Her consciousness drifts, her body feels heavy, then lifts again, light as a breath. Thanks for the hydrate, Dashin. The view around her has changed entirely. It feels more familiar and yet even harder to grasp.
Why am I here? I haven't activated the teleportation ritual yet.
Wait, is that the face on the moon? She turns her head. In her hands, she's holding something strange and almost silly.
I don't understand. Please repeat.
There's too much interference in the signal. We've got no response.
Nayde types in another string of passwords, trying to break into a new channel. The first time, the second time, the blinking red light remains blinking.
Connect to the monitor directly.
She knows the rope between her and the doll, a familiar style like the one she used to practice on. She tries to orient herself, only for a flash of brightness to grab her attention first.
This is a planet. I can see the rise and fall of the landscape. It's so strange here. Come back. I need to report what I'm seeing here.
She grasps the rope, but she's forced to stop in her tracks. Like knocking over a box of marbles, planets shatter after a few tremors, bursting in radiant, fleeting flash of light.
Those lights getting dimmer. I need to keep going.
She kicks something.
Here, you?
It's heavy and rough, embedded in the darkness of the ground. Bringing it along would only slow her down.
I think I need to take this with me.
She reaches out, trying to snag the figurine with whatever darkness is caught in it.
Lights are fading out. I need to move faster.
She has nothing she needs to cut, no one to swing the blade at. Even so, she bends down to pick it up. The silence around her feels ancient, as if it's always been there.
Only what's left. This won't be a problem. I've lived my whole life keeping balanced on a team fire.
A small burner of incest ash. A rusted calibrator. Her arms are filling up and her steps slowing under the weight. The rope is still in her right hand, but the doll has vanished into darkness, inches from her nose. It's her family. She has no free hands left, barely able to pinch the circus figurine hat, trying to take them along too. This is the most she can manage.
7 minutes left. The connection to the monitor is stable.
Start the countdown. We'll try to
The rope goes taut, yanking her backwards. She has to use every ounce of strength, hauling the strength all back with both hands. Trying to hold onto everything at once is impossible.
Not like this.
The arches in her hands scatter outwards, drifting like mist before vanishing into the sea. At the dawn of the universe, all things were thus, so it remains. All things become insignificant when examined on a cosmic scale. What meaning is there in chasing it?
It's a concept that only holds meaning for humanity.
Isha R. R show Sai. Sai show Wa.
It all started from an atom.
Your entire life story is in there. Illusionary space? Is this like the other planet thing that we had when we were doing who was the person? What I know it's Remains and somebody else's quest. Forgot her name. Alright, let's just choose our basic team. Oh, I have to use. Okay. Don't think I need a healer, do I? Alright.
Program activated.
20. I'm gonna put her as the one. When an ally's contingent hits the boss and deals damage, the pointer advances by a set of numbered ticks. At the end of each round, trigger effects based on what quadrant the pointer is in. Whenever the ally initiate casts a non-ultimate contingent, time is -1. Alright, destruction. Orange, detect a certain amount of time. Blue, all ally gains damage for 1 round. Red, detect a small amount of time. And green, all allies gain Moxie. Okay.
What is this? It feels like something's pulling from another direction. Giant,
Looks like time, right?
I don't believe this was mentioned in the training plan. If there is an emergency, calm down and keep your eyes peeled before making any decisions. Thanks, Miss Vinson, Miss Elizabeth. Now, I must observe this report and not miss any details. It distorts any light that passes through it. Wait, light? Maybe I could do something with my arcane skill. Give it a try, Aria. You're all on your own this time. Perfectly understood. Hold your breath. Amazing. Take a deep hold your breath. Cool. Won't take it on step. Akiarka, it's a key. It's broken.
Warning! 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 Oh,
No.
Next phase.
It's even more powerful now. But if the tap pattern is the same, I just need to give a perfect performance. I will complete my mission. But only for an instant.
Is there another? Oh, okay. So it's only two phases. There's no sound anymore, just her breathing inside the helmet and the beat of her heart in her ears.
My existence will be small and short. There are many, many others like me, searching for answers from the universe. But there is no answer to be found. No answers but the ones we choose for ourselves. It's been our choice the whole time. The past is in the past, and the future will wait for us. There is no time to be spent on regrets in the moment. I must keep going. Venture further into this world to uncover what's in the distance. To know that the things that vanish come back or not.
Я должна продолжать идти или погибнуть.
We have reached our designated coordinates.
So what is this? Looks like a bear floating in outer space or on a rocket. Is this book look? What else as we see? That's not okay. Alright. Stage 19. We got 2 more to go. You are not alone. 0.12 pixels, maybe smaller. You belong here. And so do I. No sound comes through the headset. Electronic device can sometimes be more fragile than flesh.
Indicator light is on, just like in the dream. The coordinates are, well, possible. Good. The rest is simple.
Before leaving the solar system, Voyager 1 turns its camera around, taking one final look at where it came from. A 1.2 pixel stack of light, letting the life contained with it know just how vast the heaven truly are. Before returning to the cabin, the little astronaut takes one last look at the boundless stars. Every atom of everything was born in this darkness. All that links her to Earth is a signal invisible to the naked eye. All that links her to the monitor is a single rope. If she lets go, it'll drift forever through the vastness of the universe, surrounded by it, soundless, eternal silence. That which was movement shall be removed. Flowers are immortal, the sky all-embracing, and what will be is no more than promise. She knows what she sees will so wipe away her country, her home, her past identity, the food she tasted, the friends she known. Eventually, they only live in memory. And memories too have a notorious short shelf life. The star remembers nothing. The universe does not mourn the death of a star. How could the loss of a country, a person, or a single word be truly remembered? The disappearance of a young astronaut deserves no more reaction from the universe than that.
I need to get back. I need to get back to Earth.
Uh-oh. The after effect of the hallucination hasn't completely faded. The veins behind her ears pulse with pain. Death is a fruit pit, and small dust she carries is now pressed close to the surface of her skin. She opens her palm and sketches the pattern into her mind. It's likely already been blurred by her sweat.
Не могу справиться с этим. Сначала мне нужно...
Steady yourself. Find your footing on a stranded thin wire. Is it even there?
We lost the signal.
Switch to line 2. Try again.
Testing, come back up line. Line 2, lost. Line 3, lost. Line 4, lost.
4 red lights blinks on the console. The display shows the final 4 minutes countdown.
Keep trying to reconnect. Reconnecting. Connection lost.
She won't be able to get back inside the cabin in time. The buckle on the safety tether has locked in place. When detecting SS arcane fluctuation or hazardous environment, the buckle will automatically lock to prevent slippage. It was meant to be a thoughtful safety feature, but the design never imagined someone who would want to unlock it on purpose.
I should have cut this through. This isn't like the rope I used in the circus. No, even with that, the monitor will be pulled out of sync. How much longer do I have? What else can I do? Should I just let go and accept my failure? Is what I've done so far been enough? Will they call me a hero when they recommend me what I need to do? Face it, I won't die a hero. I'll just be a circus girl from Ukraine, a temporary applause employee, or an apprentice leyline hunter.
After a few minutes near motionless, Hezekiah presses the button.
Okay, forget the backups. Switch to the main connection. Start evacuation preparations now. I'll activate the return program in 50 seconds.
But how will we know if she's in the return capsule?
40 seconds. We won't. Either she makes it or she doesn't. It's out of her hands. The teleportation ritual won't have enough energy if it isn't at the exact critical moment of the storm. I have faith in her. She'll come home.
Alia, come home.
I have to go home. People are waiting for me down there. I don't have much time. I need something. Maybe even turn them into a knife or something. A knife would be more useful at this point. You know, to cut fruit or whatever.
Actually, that cartel on the table will work better for that.
Why's that?
It's all about the material. Metal makes us better edge than paper. Never quite understood why you made it like that.
Oh, I was testing out the new alloy. I used it to make wind sounds and pointers cards. It gets harder and sharper when heated. Give it a rub with your hands, and you can use it as a letter opener.
Oh, she got an idea. A letter opener. She always keeps that name card from Moonsong close at hand. It's in her spacesuit pocket now. She learns how to cast her arcane skill while suited up. It has been core part of her training.
Ley lines. Of course. Everything is being some.
Thanks to the sharpness of the news material, thanks to the safety tether not being unbreakable, thanks to the study of ley lines. 30 seconds. Namely confirms the final coordinates. 20 seconds.
It was a pleasure working with all of you. If we survive this, I'm giving you permanent discounts at my store. Provided you survive.
How big are these discounts? Tell me now. I need to know how much I will owe.
She doesn't forget to grab Voyager beside her, who would otherwise have stayed there examining the equipment.
Stay away, please. We're violence, Roger.
10 seconds.
Hope there will still be weekends in the afterlife.
If there's anything after this, then we deserve overtime pay for all eternity.
How can you be thinking of work right now?
1 second. The hatch seal shut behind her. In the last second, she sinks into the seat, grips the disc tightly, and shuts her eyes.
This is the last step. Sealers fly.
Is it me or
Initial data transmission complete. Reconfirming coordinates. RA, 14 hours, 49 minutes, 09.45 seconds.
Most fascinating than the figures who suddenly collapse in the heat of their floor is the voice of the system that first grabbed the staff member's attention. Experimental accidents aren't unusual at Laplace, but astonishing results always earn attention. Everybody made it back!
Look, that's Gisela. See the snakes on her head? Seems like one of them's still awake. Told you they have independent minds.
Hold on. Those two work with the Foundation.
Out of the way. We'll get them support now.
that's Miss Boykin, isn't it? So then, this must be the team from the Space Monitor. Are they fairly handy?
Hold on. Check it out. If this data is really from the Space Monitor. Speaking soon. Negative 102 degrees. 05 minutes. 45.82 seconds.
The storm is here. Please take precautions. Repeat, the storm is here.
So here. They really did it. They did it!
Is this Caparina? The voice of the broadcast floods into her awareness. Wait, did they go back 17 years?
1977.
Many people have the same question she did as they awoke. Many things changed after that storm. A hand grips her shoulder.
You need to take care of yourself first, little astronaut. Rebuilding a life requires a healthy body first. But I'm certain you are in good hands here. Thank you. This is my friend, Mira. My dearest, bravest comrade. And this is Kiperina. Would you mind if I introduced you as my apprentice? Not at all. I've made up my mind. I want to keep learning the study of ley lines. That's the second best news I've heard today. Elizabeth, name day, and John are also Anyways, I thought I'd best avoid that scene and pay a visit to my new apprentice. So, then the best news you have today. You did it, right? That's good news for sure. But still not the best.
Beneath the soft sheets of the hospital bed, another hand clasps Caprina. Is it Voyager? Yep, it is. This is the best news. Welcome home. It's the bear. Wait, where is this now? Stage 20. As if nothing happened up there. And yet, we remain forever on the road. Foundation Yard. The white stone wall divides the world into inside and outside. Footsteps and voices draw closer, abruptly breaking the silence of the courtyard.
We get that progress report on our class teleportation project. How about this? Yeah, I guess it was a big success. They're already working on the field mission applications. Imagine if they could put it into mass production. I'd use it to commute straight to work. No more traffic. We better hope not. They'll start using it to summon us straight from home. Being on call. Holy moly, I didn't think of that. Worse still, those Laplace workaholics would probably enjoy it. Well, it's not all bad. We got the data. Real-time observation of the universe during a storm from outer space. That's huge. I'll say, looks like the whole universe is getting rid of stuff. I mean, at least it's nice to know we aren't alone. That's the spirit, man. Look for the silver lining. Why on earth wasn't that project an open volunteer code? Who wouldn't want to go to space? I got the chance to spacewalk. I'd never let anyone forget it. You'd see it on my tombstone. I know someone on that team. Name them. I'll ask him about it next time we're out. Too bad he's already out on another field mission. We're working for our class now too. Working two jobs at once. Wow.
Is that admiration I hear? I thought you didn't like workaholics.
I just don't want to be. Still, things are going better. We'll have this little storm problem solved soon enough.
Shh, Alan, did you hear that? What? Oh.
Music is rare in this place, but recently the ever-busy staff has felt it is the right spirit to revisit old hobbies. This is the well-known piece, one that once traveled with 26 other songs across the starfield, and still drifts there today. When old age shall this generation waste, thou shalt remain in midst of others' walls.
I know the piece. Wonder often plays that record in her office. She said it's a track from the Golden Record. The same record that Voyager 1 plays.
When would it have been in 1987? At the edge of the solar system?
Its power won't run out until 2025, so long as there's no storm to stop it. That will happen to it when it runs out. Will it stop or be destroyed? No, nothing quite so bad. It just won't be able to send signals back to us. It will keep flying forward in space, continuing its endless journey. And if there is some alien life out there in the universe, they might find it someday. Perhaps many millions of years after the Earth is gone, swallowed up by the sun or the storm. To spend so much time and resources on something that won't respond to us after such a short time on a universal scale. It sounds even more useless than our arcane skills.
When staring at the flickering lights above, It's hard to imagine that the planet beneath our feet is nothing more than a speck in the universe. Then ours, a friend to man, to whom they say, beauty is truth, true beauty.
The hidden city doubts expect to get a quick response.
You're right. I suppose it's just like a family greeting.
A symbol.
Hi there. This is a gift from Earth, a place where life existed. We're trying to survive, but we may be defeated in time. Aliens or not, it's likely that it will just drift in space forever. But personally, I want to believe that someone's going to listen to that record one day.
Maybe Miss Katarina can help us. If you see God up there in space, be sure to ask him what's his favorite piece on the record.
What kind of service is going to cost you? You'll have to pay on VTuber plunge.
Before we start thinking about that, we will still need to cross the year 1999. Then we can figure out where that record will happen.
Voyager listens intently to every word. Some she understands, others lies beyond her reach. But she has something she wants to share with her friends. Is it gonna be like a cliffhanger? A melody plays for her teammate, a blessing and encouragement for a brave little astronaut. A reply from 6.4 billion light years away. The message has been delivered. The reception, a star that sings. That is all ye know on earth, and all ye need to know. Hold the greatest urn, John Kent's. We're pushing the button again. Where are we going to? The actual image from NASA. Her species lacks what Earth creatures call hearing, but she has her own way of interpreting audio information. So, is that Voyager? Is she the species? It's a melody unlike anything she ever imagined, never felt before. It comes from a faint blue dot. Earth. Unbelievable. Internal. Beautiful. It's Voyager.
Sounds nice. Keep listening.
Wait, where are you going?
Just let them do their thing. We should go now. We got more work waiting for us. By the way, we were talking about those discs being prepared for field service, right?
Yeah, but they told you everything I
The footsteps and voice fades away, and the sound of violin comes to an end. The stars looks down on the land with curious twinkle. This distant blue planet, a 1 in 10th quadrillion miracle. She has received golden, precious sound and now leaves behind a voice of her own. The first song she learned. For the days of plastic, for the days to come, for those she knew and remembered, for the distant echoes of civilization.
Please, listen.
On the planet, she has witnessed sights she never knew existed. The changing seasons, winding coastlines, warmth and cold, peace and conflict, poverty and wealth, cruelty and nobility, the rise and fall of civilization, the birds slicing through the sky, all on a single speck of dust in the Milky Way. One seamless user exploration changes everything, just as a star from far away changes you. 1987 Cosmic Overture. And that's the end. So wondering how long Voyager has been out in space. And if there's other species, that, interstellar species like her. Teleportation Ritual Seminar. This isn't another speech. It's history in the making. As many of you have read in academic journals, the theoretical feasibility of teleportation and incantation is not determined by distance. However, the further the distance, the more interference factors there are, and to this day, we still don't know exactly why. Thus, long-distance teleportation has always been considered the realm of pure fantasy. However, during the extreme conditions just before the storm, we gathered a vast amount of arcane energy fluctuation data from outer space to the Earth's surface. After repeat cross-analysis, we finally discovered a stable arcanum waveform capable of anchoring teleportation incantations. My teammates, she gave it a misleading name, Pulsar Waveform. I suppose that was her way of being poetic or something. Yes, I hear some of you murmuring that this is purely experimental, lacking theoretical proof and impossible to replicate. That's true, but the fact is, over the past few weeks, we tested it repeatedly. As long as you simulate the waveform near the destination, and there's enough arcane energy, you can achieve teleportation up to 95% accuracy. That's all I wanted to share today. I believe that one day, in the distant future, with a complete theoretical framework, teleportation could become a field that outpaces aerospace itself. And even now, what we uncovered is a stable, practical, technological, perfect for food delivery. Party highlights. A serious guy has shown up at the party. Poor guy, soon he'll become everyone's favorite memory. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, may I ask which one of you is Miss Hesabeth? I bring greetings from Constantine. I heard you speaking just now. Please don't all play dumb and pretend to be snakes. Greetings, Miss Winsong. The Foundation have heard about your outstanding role that ley line theory plays in this aerospace experiment. Am I here to grant you funding? No. I'm here to deliver Constantine's formal commendation, which surpassed any material support. Is this your apprentice? The greatest contributor to the success of this space experiment. Constantine especially instructed me to offer Caprina the highest congratulations, and to wish her a brilliant future in the LSCC. Hello, Miss Pointer. The teleport disc really is a marvelous, once-in-a-century invention. Constantine sees it as having immense strategical value. Your colleagues have already grumbling and I ruined the party atmosphere. I hope you won't mind my delivering her greetings. Are you offering me the stage to speak? Then I'll take 5 minutes. Help, anyone. Save me from Medicine Pocket. I didn't know this table was their turf. They're still biting me. Hey, who's playing music at this time like this? Somebody, help! Alright, so hard mode is going to unlock in 5 days, 5 hours. And I don't think we have any stuff for wishes since I already bought the wish ones. I think, let's see, let's go back to see if there's any golden things to still collect. Nope. So yeah, I wanted to see what the story is for Voyager. So let's see. I do have her in my party. I think I have her P2 or P3. Let's see. Does it say any information? What's this? Oops. Oh. What's it? Nope, nothing that. Is it here? Voyager, a supernatural work exhibit in the middle of the 20th century, completed in autumn on November 12th. First place in exhibition unknown. This exhibit has been displayed all over the world and was last found in the Union of Soviet Republic before being controlled by the Foundation. Also, it does say her affiliate is the Interstellar Traveler. Alright, I think we're going to probably take a break before we, let me just collect everything, but we'll probably take a break before we start, Hezabeth's quest. I'll just check if we get enough, nope, no crystal drops. Alright, let's take a break. Alright, let's see. Friendly match is 5 hours. I'm not sure what that is. Antidote. I wonder who. Yeah, I wonder who's the antidote is for today. I mean, for that.